Nowadays, many of us worry about the World War III breakout. Seeing highly conflict escalations between some powerful countries, World War III is something might be happen in future. There is potential conflict in politics, economic, and other things between powerful countries such United States, China, Russia, and some Islamic countries in Middle East, which can cause World War III. The next question is there any safest place for us to escape from World War? Based on geographical and political features, there are some countries can be considered as the safest place to escape from World War. Surprisingly, we could make a long list, but here we choose just some of it, and here are some. First, Canada, country in the northern part of North America. Canada is the second largest country in the world, with total area 9.9 million square kilometers. The territories extend from the Atlantic to the Pacific and northward into the Arctic Oceans. 90% Canadian live within 150 miles from US border. So, there is a big country area remained is empty for human inhabitant. There is a region called Yukon Territory that is sparsely populated and very mountainous, making it a great place to hide. With very large area, Canada holds more than 30% of the world's fresh water and also become one of the world's largest sources of natural resources such oil, natural gases, timbers, and many others that can help people to survive. During World War, Canada might be well protected by United States. Then many islands that dot Canadian west coast are a great natural defense that will slow down enemy. Additionally, the Rocky Mountain along the west coast is a great vantage point and shelter for defending life. The Canadian military itself is one of the most well-trained and performing in the world. This is why Canada became a great place to escape from World War. The second, New Zealand, an island country in the southwestern Pacific Oceans, or about 2,000 kilometers east of Australia. Geographically, New Zealand is isolated locations or remote land. It means difficult for enemy to traveling to. But it is one of the most self-sufficient places when it comes to food and agriculture. Naturally, New Zealand has a unique array of vegetation and animal life. New Zealand is a beautiful country with low populations but coherent society, blending with the natives there. As politically, New Zealand is a member of British Commonwealth country, NATO membership, and close ties to United States. Those all conditions are making New Zealand as a great place to escape from World War III. The third, Switzerland. It is a mountainous country in Central Europe. There is 208 mountains over 3,000 meters high. Those mountains are good protections for population from war. Switzerland is a home of numerous lakes, villages, and the high peak of the Alps. As politically, Switzerland is the oldest neutral country in the world since 1815. They have not fought a foreign war since signing the Treaty of Paris. The neutrality has been big tradition in Switzerland. Also, they have heavily armed force that has shown itself to be a safe haven during Europe's violence in the past. Switzerland is prepared for a nuclear war if there ever was one. There are enough nuclear fallout shelters to accommodate its entire human populations due to laws that require everybody to have access to a nearby shelter. This is why Switzerland could be heaven to escape from World War III. The fourth, Ireland, an island country in the North Atlantic. Geographically, Ireland comprises relatively low-lying mountains surrounding, with several navigable rivers extending inland. The island is lush vegetation, making it called Emerald Isle. Ireland has been neutral in international relations since 1930. Historically, the state was a non-belligerent in Second World War and has never joined NATO. It is why the reason to choose Ireland as safe country from World War III. Because of Ireland's neutrality, they are unlikely to get hit from World War III. The fifth, any countries without military force. Do you realize that there is around 30 countries in this world exist without military force? Typically, those countries are small, so they don't have enough resources to build armed force. They prefer to allocate their resources to build welfare sector such as education, health, industry, also infrastructure. During World War, countries without armed force are protected by international law of armed conflict. They are not allowed to be attacked because they don't have ability to fight back. If one of those countries are invaded, there will be inevitable extreme international backlash and possibly a UN joint defense of the innocent nations. For example, countries without armed force are Iceland in North Atlantic, Fiji in South Pacific, Tuvalu in Pacific Oceans, and many others. Geographically, some countries without military force are isolated, means not easy for enemy to traveling to. So that's why any country without military force become best place to escape from World War III. These expositions about best place to escape from World War III, just to give knowledge or understanding that even in World War situations, there is still hope to survive in life. Of course, most of us do not want World War III breaks out in the future. Hopefully,